What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another speed build. Today is going to be a community lot. It's going to be a nightclub. So I'm calling this Elite Nightclub, and you'll know why later, because the sign that I use kind of looks like it says Elite. I wasn't going to name it that, but my boyfriend said that's what it looked like, so excuse me, that's what I went with. As you can see, the layout is kind of funky. I was going by a reference photo, but then later on, I just really couldn't get the roof pieces to work how I want to. Right now they're how I want them, but then when I put on the roof, the top part of the roof, the corner pieces are kind of sticking out of it. So I end up scrapping those roof pieces all together, like all of it, and just making it the walls that are already there. So yeah, you see me, I try and make it work for quite some time, but it just doesn't. I even try to cover up the parts that are sticking out on top. I even try to cover them up with like the vents and stuff, and it looked okay, but I just wasn't feeling it. So as you can see, I'm putting on some windows, so I still haven't decided at this point that I'm going to get rid of the roof pieces, but trust me, I do get rid of them. Maybe you like them, I don't know. But yeah. And then on the interior, I decided to go with this exposed brick again because, well, I was looking at one reference photo for the outside of the build, and I was looking at another one for the inside, and the one on the inside had what's it called? It had exposed brick. Sorry. I really couldn't think of it. But yeah, so that's what gave me the idea of that. And then it was very like bright and colorful. So in the screenshot, it's kind of like my retro 80s build. You can't change the lighting color in build mode. You have to do it in live mode or live mode, whichever it is. I really don't know for sure. I think it's live mode. But yeah, so in the screenshots, you'll see that I do change the colors. I changed them to like a pink and a yellow. And it ends up really pretty. It's not as bright as I would like it to be, but then I thought to myself, well, it kind of is a nightclub, so it wouldn't be that bright anyway. There would be like dark pockets in the room, because the reference photo I was looking at of the exterior of the build, it was very like pink and yellow and bright. But the reference photo I was looking at wasn't a nightclub, it was a restaurant, so it kind of had to have, or it wasn't a restaurant, it was like a cafe, so it kind of had to have lighting. The reason why I'm alt placing these bars right here together is just so it looks like it's one long bar. I gave this nightclub 2 bar areas because, you know, a lot of bars that I've been to, especially, I live in Houston. I'm from Louisiana, and in Louisiana, unless you're in New Orleans or like Baton Rouge, we don't have a lot of like big dance club bars. But definitely in Houston, I've seen this a lot, to where they'll have, you know, one bar that's kind of in a square like that, and it goes all the way around, and then they'll have a whole nother separate bar that's just like one long bar, or they'll have an outside bar or something like that. This build does have an outside area, but it doesn't have an outside bar. Now that I think about it, I could have made one, and I could have even put a dance floor outside. Like put a whole nother dance floor outside and put a whole nother bar area outside, because you'll see off to the side of the build, I just put some city living benches just to like tie it into its surroundings a little better. But I could have made that area like just an outside part, and I end up putting a back door next to the longer bar to go to the outside, as like where the employees would go to smoke or have a drink themselves. I put some trash cans back there for some trash, and as you can see, just then I did get rid of the final roof pieces and just kind of made it, you know, just kind of made it a solid building. So hopefully you like it better this way. I definitely did. I really enjoyed the tiny living bar tables around, but in order to have a nightclub, it requires that you have an actual dining table. Why, I don't know. But the closest one I could find to match the aesthetic I was going for were these just glass top tables. I'm not sure where they're from. But yeah, and then all of the chairs I'm using are from bowling night. They're just in black. When I go outside, I use some actual couches, and I don't know where the couches are from, but they're just plain black couches. So if you don't have that pack that those particular couches came with, just put some black couches. There's actually just one 3-wide black couch, and then there's 3 like smaller chairs. They're not even couches, they're just cushioned chairs. So I did put that mirror behind the DJ booth. I thought that was pretty neat, because some bars that I've been in, they do have mirrors, I assume, so you can see yourself dancing in them or something. And there was no other good spot for it except for behind the DJ booth. And then I really struggled finding like decorations for this bar, because I have never I've never been in a lot of bars that like have like these clear, like not clear, but they don't have a lot of decorations on the wall. Like they don't have these paintings and posters or stuff like that. It's really just like nothing's on the wall. So that's why I went ahead and put TVs up, because, you know, if you go into like, I wouldn't say this is a go-go dance club or something, but like you go in some types of clubs and they do have screens that are playing like advertisements and drink specials and stuff like that. So that's why I put the TVs. And then I do go and put these like more fancier wall decorations. I think they're also from City Living. The one that's kind of like a sculpture looking thing that I put above the tables next to the DJ booth, that one I know for a fact is from City Living. And then the other one that I put over one of the dining tables, that one's from Dine Out. And then here's the bath. I'm doing the bathrooms, or I've already done the bathrooms, and I just put one single black stall. I think in an actual club you'd probably definitely have more than that, especially in the girls' room. But I mean, it's The Sims, so you would never actually have that many Sims here. That one toilet wouldn't be enough. But as you can see, I've moved on to the outside. That is the couch that I end up leaving right there. But I get rid of those 2 and just put those 3. I'm trying to catch real quick where they came from, but I didn't quite catch it. And then I just plop some of these bar tables outside. Those are from... The tables themselves are from City Living. If you have City Living and you can never find those tables, it's because they're not in the table category in the catalog. You have to filter by Tiny Living to find them. It's kind of ridiculous, and I don't know why, but yeah. So if you can never find those high bar tables from Tiny Living, you have to filter by Tiny Living in order to find them. And now I'm in the debug menu, just trying to find some things that are around the lot itself. Like I always say, that's the best way to make a lot blend in like it belongs, and it's just not this random building that you're putting in this random spot. It makes it look like it belongs there. So that's what I'm doing now. And I do end up putting one over on the side of the build, on the left side where it's kind of just blank. It's right next to where I put this tree right here. That's where I end up putting another like grassy area, just because I couldn't think of anything to go there. Yeah, but I could like put some type of like open window on that wall and then put a bar there, and that could be like the outside bar. So maybe I'll do that. Obviously it won't be in the speed build, but it would be there once I put it on the gallery. So I'll think about that and maybe do that. But at this point, I've officially have gotten every item in here that I need to. Now I'm just plopping lights around. I thought it'd be a cool idea to have these like floor lights under the table. I know it wouldn't make a lot of sense under the table, but I mean, they are glass top tables, so the light would just shine through the glass. And I thought that would look kind of cool, like in real life. That was me just placing some folding chairs outside. And then I was really happy that we had this like roped fence because I wanted this to look like it was the entrance, obviously, and I wanted it to look like, you know, you would have to stand in line to get in. I imagine this being a very, no pun intended, elite nightclub. Like I haven't done the lot traits yet, but I might make it like a up and coming hotspot. I might make it a current hotspot. I don't know, but I figured it would be more of I figured it would be more of a high-end club rather than just your, you know, ordinary nightclub. I mean, it's called elite, for heaven's sake. So now that I'm thinking about it, I probably can't put the outside bar right here because I put this plant area there. So I might have to do it over here on the right side, where I originally said, where I put these benches. Because if you look around, there's some of those benches around the place. And then I just put one of the like City Living advertising signs right here. I would assume those like advertise what's like what's going on in the city. But yeah, shorter video today. The screenshots are rolling, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.